Every single morning you open your eyes, you are gifted another chance, another opportunity to rise higher, love deeper, and walk truer to who you are meant to be. It's not about having it all figured out. It's about showing up, even when you don't know the outcome. The way you begin your day sets the rhythm for your life. Before you reach for your phone, before the noise of the world floods in, take a breath. That's not just air filling your lungs, that's life choosing you again. And the question is, how will you choose it back? You don't need perfection, you need presence. You don't need to wear a mask of confidence. You need courage, the courage to be seen exactly as you are. The world doesn't reward the person who hides behind fear. It lifts the one who dares to stand in truth. Every morning, ask yourself, what am I grateful for right now? What would love have me do today? Because gratitude grounds you and love guides you. When life gets heavy, and it will, remember this, you've already survived 100% of your hardest days. You are stronger than the voice that says, I can't. You are wiser than the doubts that whisper, not today. So start your day by honoring your story. Let your scars remind you not of your pain, but of your power. Stand tall, breathe deep, and speak kindness into your own reflection. The truth is, no one else can live your morning. No one else can give your energy, your heart, your magic. So when you rise fully. The world is waiting for your light. When you open your eyes in the morning, you are not just waking up. You are stepping into a brand new beginning, a moment filled with potential and quiet promise. The first 10 minutes of your day hold more power than most people ever realize. Those early minutes are sacred because they build the foundation upon which the rest of your day stands. If your morning begins with chaos, hurry, or negativity, that energy travels with you. But when you begin your day with intention, peace, and gratitude, that energy becomes your compass. It leads you through everything that follows. The truth is, your mind is most open and impressionable right after you wake up. It listens closely to the tone you set. If you reach for your phone, scroll through bad news, or rush into noise of the world, you train your brain to expect stress before you even have a chance to breathe. But if you give yourself 10 minutes of stillness, reflection, and mindful breathing, you start to tell your mind a different story. You remind yourself that you are in control, not the world around you. Those 10 minutes are where your strength begins. It is not about long rituals or perfect routines. It is about simple awareness. Sit with your coffee or tea. Feel the warmth in your hands. Listen to the sounds around you. Look out the window and notice the light. Every small detail pulls you into the present moment, and that presence brings peace. When you begin your day grounded in awareness, your decisions throughout the day flow from a place of calm and clarity rather than fear or reaction. You stop chasing the day and you start leading it. The way you begin your day also speaks to how you see yourself. If you start your morning rushing, criticizing, or doubting yourself, your inner voice carries that energy into every conversation and task. But if you begin with gentle encouragement, with a reminder that you are capable and worthy, your confidence builds quietly beneath the surface. Every word you tell yourself in the first 10 minutes plants a seed. Some seeds grow into stress and self-doubt, while others grow into gratitude and strength. Choose the words that lift you. Choose thoughts that honor your effort and your journey. When you wake up, take a moment to breathe and simply say, thank you. Gratitude in the morning creates a natural rhythm of abundance. It shifts your focus from what is missing to what's already here. That shift in energy invites more peace into your day. The first thoughts you have are like setting the coordinates for your heart. When you begin from a place of thankfulness, your actions align with that energy and you begin to notice opportunities, kindness, and beauty that were always there but often overlooked. Morning is not just about what you do, it is about how you feel while doing it. Create small moments that center you. Write down one thing you want to feel today: peace, focus, joy, courage, and carry that word with you. Each time the world pulls your attention away, return to that feeling. Let it remind you of how you began your day, with intention and power. 10 minutes is not a long time, but it is enough. It is enough to set the tone for how you show up in the world. It is enough to decide that today you will respond with grace, that you will speak kindly to yourself, and that you will move through your day with purpose. The first 10 minutes are your moment of creation. Every sunrise invites you to begin again, and every morning you have the choice to build a life that feels aligned, peaceful, and whole. Perfection is a word that often steals our peace. Every day, people wake up chasing a flawless version of life that does not exist. They want the perfect morning, the perfect body, the perfect job, and the perfect version of themselves that never makes mistakes. But real life does not unfold that way. It is messy, unpredictable, and beautifully imperfect. The truth is, you do not need perfection to create meaning. What you need is presence, the ability to be fully here in the moment, aware of your thoughts, your breath, and your surroundings. When you learn to be present, even small moments begin to glow with purpose. The pursuit of perfection keeps your mind trapped in what is missing, what could go wrong, or what should be better. It makes you measure your worth against impossible standards, leaving you exhausted and never enough. But presence invites peace. It teaches you to accept that the moment as it is without judgment. When you are present, you can find beauty in ordinary things, like sunlight falling through your window, the smell of morning air, or the sound of your own heartbeat reminding you that you are alive. That simple awareness changes everything. Being present does not mean ignoring your goals or responsibilities. It means bringing your full attention to them. When you eat, taste your food. When you talk, listen deeply. When you work, focus on one thing at a time. Life becomes richer and more grounded when you stop trying to rush toward a finish line that does not exist. Each moment holds lessons and quiet blessings that only reveal themselves when you slow down enough to notice. Presence teaches you to trust the process rather than control it. There is a quiet confidence that comes from presence. You stop performing for the world and start living for yourself. You no longer need to prove your worth through achievement or validation. You begin to understand that you are already enough, even when things are imperfect. That acceptance is power. When you are fully present, your energy is steady. Your voice becomes clearer. Your choices come from a place of truth rather than fear. You start to feel grounded, calm, and connected to what truly matters. Perfection creates pressure, but presence creates peace. The person who is always chasing perfection never feels complete because they are always one step behind an illusion. The person who lives in presence can find joy in washing dishes, walking outside, or simply breathing. They understand that happiness is not a destination, but a state of awareness. Each breath is an invitation to return to now. Each second is a reminder that life is happening here, not in the past and not in the future. Presence also deepens your connection with others. When you are truly listening, people feel seen and valued. When you show up without distractions, your relationships grow stronger because presence is a form of love. It tells the other person you matter right now, and that message builds trust and warmth that perfection could never create. To live with presence, you must learn to let go of control, let go of the need for everything to be right. Let go of the idea that mistakes define you. They do not. Mistakes shape you, guide you, and open new doors you never saw coming. When you allow life to flow to forcing it, peace naturally enters. You begin to trust that even when things do not go your way, they are still leading you somewhere meaningful. In the end, presence is not a skill you master once. It is a daily practice. It requires patience, awareness, and compassion. Every morning, remind yourself that your value does not depend on how perfectly your day unfolds. What matters is that you show up, breathe, and experience it fully. Presence is the quiet power that transforms ordinary days into sacred ones and teaches you that being alive is already enough. Gratitude and love are two forces that can completely transform the way you experience life. They are simple yet powerful practices that shift your attention from what is missing to what is already present. When you begin your day with gratitude, you train your heart to see abundance in every direction. You start to notice small blessings that you once overlooked. The warmth of sunlight on your face, the comfort of a home that shelters you, the people who care about you, and even the challenges that shape your strength. Gratitude does not change your circumstances instantly, but it changes your perception, and that shift alone has the power to change everything. Each morning when you wake up, take a quiet moment to say thank you. Thank you for another chance to live, to grow, and to love. That simple act of appreciation softens the heart and clears the mind. It is not about ignoring pain or pretending everything is perfect. It is about recognizing that even within imperfection, there is beauty. When you choose gratitude, you reclaim your peace from the chaos around you. You no longer let circumstances dictate your happiness, because your happiness comes from within. Gratitude builds a bridge between you and the present moment. It pulls you away from the endless wanting that often leaves you feeling empty. When you are grateful, you realize that what you have now is enough. You stop waiting for the future to make you happy and begin finding joy in this exact second. Gratitude does not mean settling for less. It means appreciating the process of becoming more. It invites contentment without killing ambition. It says, I am thankful for what I have, and I am open to what is yet to come. That balance between contentment and desire is where peace lives. Love is the natural extension of gratitude. When you appreciate life deeply, love flows effortlessly through you. Love is not only a feeling, but a way of living. It is the choice to act with kindness, even when it is difficult. It is the decision to see the good in people, even when they cannot see it themselves. Love expands your world. It breaks down the walls of fear and replaces them with connection. When you carry love into your day, you bring healing to yourself and to others without even trying. Start your mornings by asking, what would love have me do today? Let that question guide your words, actions, and thoughts. Love may lead you to forgive when your ego wants to fight. It may lead you to speak gently when anger tempts you to shout. It may remind you to smile at a stranger, to listen with patience, or to treat yourself with the same compassion you offer others. Love is a quiet teacher that always points you back to what matters most. When gratitude and love work together, they create a powerful inner harmony. Gratitude grounds you in the present, and love moves you toward others. Together, they bring balance to your spirit. Gratitude says, I am blessed. And love says, I want to share that blessing. That is how peace begins to ripple outward. One grateful heart touches another. And before you know it, light spreads in places where darkness once lived. Even on difficult days, gratitude and love remain choices. You can always pause, breathe, and whisper, thank you. You can always choose to respond with kindness instead of bitterness. Those small choices build strength over time. They make you resilient. They make you radiant. They remind you that no matter what happens, you still have control over how you show up in the world. Gratitude and love do not require perfection, wealth, or success. They only ask for awareness and sincerity. When you wake up with these two companions by your side, every day becomes a new opportunity to live fully, to give freely, and to love deeply. Courage to be seen is one of the most powerful and freeing choices a person can make. Every human being carries within them a deep desire to be accepted, to be loved, and to be understood. good. Yet many people spend their entire lives hiding parts of who they are out of fear, judgment, rejection, or failure. They wear masks that protect them from pain, but also keep them from connection. True courage is not about being fearless or perfect. It is about standing in your truth even when your voice trembles. It is about saying, "This is me," without shrinking, apologizing, or pretending to be someone else. When you allow yourself to be seen, you begin to heal. The parts of you that you once tried to hide start to breathe again. The more you embrace your imperfections, the more human you become, and the more you realize that everyone else is struggling in their own quiet way. Courage to be seen is the bridge that connects people, because authenticity invites authenticity. When you show up with honesty, others feel safe to do the same. You give permission for vulnerability to exist, and that is where real relationships begin. Many people believe that strength means being tough, never crying, and always appearing in control. But real strength is softer. It comes from the willingness to feel. It takes courage to admit that you are hurting, that you are scared, or that you do not have all the answers. It takes strength to face your truth without hiding behind a smile. The world may celebrate those who appear unbreakable, but the people who change the world are often the ones who are brave enough to be open. When you have the courage to be seen, you stop living for approval. You no longer build your life around the expectations of others. You stop shrinking your dreams to fit into someone else's comfort zone. You begin to live for your own peace instead of their validation. You start speaking your truth even when it is uncomfortable, because silence becomes heavier than honesty. Every time you show up as your authentic self, you reclaim a little piece of your power. Being visible in your truth does not mean sharing every detail of your life with everyone. It means living in alignment with your values and beliefs. It means being honest about who you are and what you stand for. It means letting go of the need to be liked by everyone. You realize that not everyone will understand you. That is okay. The goal is not to please the world, but to live a life that feels real to you. Courage to be seen also means accepting your story, all of it. The joy, the pain, the mistakes, and the lessons. When you stop editing your story to make it look perfect, you begin to see its beauty. Every scar, every stumble, every failure carries wisdom. Your story is not something to be ashamed of. It is your proof that you survived, that you grew, that you are still standing. The courage to be seen is the courage self to love you exactly where you are. When you choose to be seen, you inspire others to do the same. You remind them that they are not alone in their struggles. You show that it is possible to be both vulnerable and strong, both imperfect and worthy. The world does not need more perfect people. It needs more real people who lead with heart, who speak their truth, and who live without pretending. Each morning when you look in the mirror, remind yourself that you do not need to hide anymore. You are not here to fit in. You are here to shine in your own way. You are not here to be perfect. You are here to be real. And being real takes courage. The kind of courage that transforms not only your life, but also the lives of everyone who witnesses your light. Silence before noise is a sacred gift that most people overlook in a world that never stops talking, buzzing, or demanding attention. Silence has become a rare treasure, yet it is within silence that we rediscover ourselves. The moment you wake up, before the world begins to pull you in 100 directions, there is a stillness waiting for you. That quiet moment is not empty. It is full of meaning, full of space for reflection, peace, and awareness. Those few minutes before the noise of the day begins can shape your entire mindset and determine how you respond to everything that follows. When you begin your day in silence, you allow your mind to settle and your soul to breathe. Silence gives your thoughts time to organize themselves. It gives your heart the chance to speak before the world's voices drown it out. Most people rush from the second they open their eyes. They check messages, scroll through news, or think about everything that needs to be done. They fill dined with mind noise before they even stand up. But silence teaches patience. It reminds you that you do not have to rush. You do not have to compete with the chaos outside. You can begin your day with calm and clarity. In silence, you hear the sound of your own breathing, the rhythm of life within you. You begin to notice the world waking up softly, the sound of the wind, the chirping of birds, or the hum of distant movement. These gentle sounds connect you to the present moment. They remind you that you are alive and that being alive is enough. Silence is not the absence of sound. It is the presence of awareness. It grounds you in the now where peace lives. Taking a few moments of silence before engaging with the world helps you build emotional strength. When you create space for quiet reflection, you respond to challenges with more wisdom instead of reacting with stress. Silence strengthens your intuition. It allows you to listen to the small voice inside that often gets ignored when life gets loud. That voice carries truth, guidance, and calm. It tells you what matters most. It reminds you to let go of what you cannot control. Silence also nurtures creativity. When your mind is quiet, new ideas begin to rise from deep within. You start to see solutions where before there was confusion. You notice patterns, connections, and insights that only reveal themselves when the noise fades. Every great thinker, artist, and leader has understood the value of solitude. It is in those quiet moments that inspiration visits. When you sit in stillness, you invite clarity to speak. Creating silence does not always mean sitting alone in meditation, though that can be powerful. It can simply mean walking without your phone, eating your breakfast in peace, or taking a slow breath before you answer a call. It is about creating space in your mind where stillness can live. When you practice this every morning, you begin to carry that calm into your day. No matter how loud or stressful the world becomes, you can return to that inner silence and find your balance again. The world will always make noise. It will always have opinions, demands, and distractions, but you have the power to choose how you start your day. You can choose silence over chaos, reflection over reaction, peace over pressure. Those who master this simple practice become unshakable. They walk through life centered and aware because they learned how to listen to their own soul before listening to the world. So before you reach for your phone or your to-do list, pause. Sit in silence, breathe deeply, feel your heartbeat. That is your reminder that you are alive and that life itself is a miracle. In that quiet space, you reconnect with your purpose, your strength, and your truth. And when the noise finally comes, you are ready, not overwhelmed but grounded, not lost but clear. Silence before noise is not just a habit, it is a form of self-respect, a daily gift you give to your spirit so that you can move through the day with peace, focus, and grace. Every sunrise offers a new beginning, a reminder that no matter what happened yesterday, today is a fresh chance to live with meaning, love, and courage. Life will never be perfect, but it is always precious. Each morning, you are given a blank page, and how you fill it depends on the choices you make in those first quiet moments. Choose presence over perfection. Choose gratitude over complaint. Choose courage over fear. Choose silence before the world's noise. Choose to see your scars as strength, not shame. And above all, choose to rise with purpose. The beauty of life lies not in its certainty, but in its possibility. You will stumble, you will fall, and you will rise again. What matters most is not how fast you move, but how deeply you live. When you start your day with intention, when you honor the small rituals that ground you, you align yourself with peace and power that cannot be shaken by chaos. Remember, you were never meant to live small. small or silent. You were meant to stand tall, to speak truth, to love deeply, and to shine brightly. Every breath you take is proof that your story is not finished. So wake up each morning knowing that you are here for a reason. You are enough as you are, and you have within you everything you need to create a day and a life filled with purpose, courage, and light. Rise, begin again, and let your life be a reflection of the strength and grace that already live inside you.